red, green, blue, yellow, gold, silver, crystal, ruby, sapphire, emerald, diamond, pearl, platinum, black, white, black 2, white 2, and now X and Y. Pokemon series is one of the most popular video game and anime franchises of all time, and it is one of my absolute favorite game series of all time. I've been there since the very beginning, Generation 1, and I am really excited for the impending release of the brand new 6th generation of games, Pokemon X and Y. And with that is coming a lot of really interesting brand new anime series and even this brand new special, which I am so excited about because, like I said, I'm a Generation 1 fan. They're going to be making a brand new anime called Pokemon The Origin, and this one is actually going to be based on the actual video games themselves, the original Red and Green on Game Boy. We in the States grew up with Pokemon Red and Blue when it first came out, but this is essentially the same thing. If you want a history lesson on the Pokemon games, go check out J-Wix or something. I'm going to be telling you guys why I'm excited to see this brand new series. Now, first and foremost, the Pokemon anime. It needs no introduction. It's one of the most popular kid series of all time. I should know, I grew up with it and I absolutely loved it. But like a lot of Pokemon fans, I sort of grew out of the anime version and just sort of continued playing the games. That's why I was really excited when I got to see the preview for this brand new anime special, which is going to be adapting those first couple of games. And it's really only going to be, like, I think a 1-hour special. From what I've heard, it's not going to be a full series, which is kind of a shame, but hopefully if it's really popular, they'll expand it into something else. This is not going to be based on the other anime series, so you're not going to see Ash, and you're not going to see Misty, and Psyduck, and all those other ridiculous-ass characters. What you are going to see, however, are the characters as they were originally meant to be portrayed, especially in a lot of the original artwork. And when I mean original artwork, I mean more of like the fire red, leaf green style. They seem to be going off of the brand new Ken Sugimori artwork. The preview itself is very short. We just get a lot of really interesting shots. The first thing you're probably going to notice is that the animation style is a lot different than the current Pokemon anime series, and I really like this a lot. It also seems like the budget is going to be a little bit higher, especially in the Pokemon battles themselves. And you actually get to see a lot of the main characters. You're immediately introduced to Professor Oak. Then you have Red, you have Green, and you get to see they each are going to choose specific Pokemon. Red, it looks like, is actually going to go with a Charmander, which I think is a really interesting choice. And I love that they're really staying true to the games in almost every aspect, because they actually show this next shot where he's fighting against a Geodude and he's fighting against Brock at his gym. It looks like the entire special is going to skip around quite a bit, like it's going to start out at the beginning of their journey and all the way to the battle of the Elite Four. You actually get to see Red meeting with Lance, and I think that's really cool. But the final shot of the special is definitely where it gets awesome. You get to see that both Red and Green are going to get to have a battle with their starter Pokemon, so you're going to get the battle with Blastoise versus Charizard. And there's a few shots of it. You get to see Blastoise is firing off its Hydro Pump, and then you get to see this shot that's kind of strange. It's just sort of Red interacting with his Charizard, but I really like the way they're going with it, and it looks really awesome, and that's when we get that huge title screen, Pokemon The Origin. So this is awesome. I'm really glad they're doing this. You know, in a way, I'm glad that they're doing a special, but I would have loved this to be kind of like a full-length feature. I would have loved this to be a whole movie or even movie series. This way they could have something separate. And what's really great about this is they did not need to do this fucking special at all. Because Pokemon X and Y is a brand new game, and they're focusing so much on Generation 1 in this special, and I really like that. And I kind of hope maybe they'll do a special like this for maybe every generation. Like maybe we'll see Gold and Silver The Origin, or Ruby and Sapphire The Origin, and so on and so on. I'd like to see that. I think that would be really cool to see all of the different, like, game stories be, like, somehow implemented in anime form. Because, you know, Pokemon is the type of series that can work for anime really well, and a lot of that has to do with the fact that the Pokemon themselves are so interesting, and there's so many of them. And they can do so much with it, and they don't always have to confine it to just being for kids. They can kind of make it slightly more mature. I mean, if anybody's ever read the Pokemon manga, you know what I'm talking about. So as a Pokemon fan from the very beginning, I just want to say that I'm really, really excited to see this. I am definitely going to review this special for you guys when it does come out and give you my full thoughts on it. And I'm really excited for that. I'm really excited for Pokemon X and Y. And if you guys haven't heard, I am going to be doing a full Pokemon month in September. I'm going to do a lot of Pokemon-themed videos. I'm even going to do my top 10 favorite Pokemon. It's going to be a huge video that me and Christian are working on. So I hope you guys are really looking forward to that. So that concludes this video today. If you guys haven't seen the trailer, I'll put a link to it in the description box below so you guys can check it out. And if you have seen it, I'd love to know what you guys thought about the trailer and what you guys love about Pokemon in general. Who's your favorite Pokemon? You can let me know with your comments below. And before you leave, make sure and give this video a thumbs up, and make sure and check out some of the other videos up top. That concludes this one today, guys. I'll see you next time. Super Kami Guru 9000, out.